Prime Minister Modi is meeting his Egyptian counterpart earlier in the day, after which he is now meeting the Egyptian President Al-Sisi. This is a very, very important meeting. The Prime Minister is in Egypt after the successful United States visit. And this meeting is also going to result in the signing of several MOUs helping in India's trade as well. So very significant meeting. These are the live visuals. Remember, a very grand welcome that had been accorded to Prime Minister Modi by his counterpart as he arrived in Cairo. Now, Prime Minister Modi meeting the Egyptian President Al-Sisi. So the Prime Minister is on a two-day visit to Egypt. This is the second day, and this has been hailed as a game changer for the bilateral ties between India and Egypt. So this is likely to pave the way for several investments, especially in the Suez Canal economic hub. It's going to be extremely crucial for the country, a lot to gain for Egypt as well. Senior Consulting Editor Srinjoy Chowdhury joining us on the broadcast. Srinjoy, talking about what's expected from the meeting. Remember, this has been hailed as a game changer, a new era in the Indo-Egypt ties, and we're seeing on our screens the bonhomie between Prime Minister Modi and the Egyptian President Al-Sisi.
Well, first of all, the important thing that's going to happen is the signing of a strategic partnership agreement. That means that Egypt and India will be strategic partners. Now that's very, very crucial, because Egypt is a country of 110 million people. It is the most preeminent Arab country, and therefore India and Egypt ought to have a stronger tie. It was there many years ago during the times of Nehru and Nasser. Now that is being replicated and improved upon. Now that's really the first thing. Secondly, we are looking at economic issues, and Egypt has given India a very open, clear chit, saying please invest in the Suez Canal economic zone. And if you invest in the Suez Canal economic zone, you manufacture products not just for Egypt, you manufacture products for a population that is as big as India, which means that when India manufactures products in Egypt and ships it to any other part of Egypt and all of Africa and the European Union, it saves on shipping costs and it saves duties, because anything manufactured from Egypt and transferred and exported to Europe and the African Union will be free of duty. So duty-free products from Indian products made in Egypt and exported to the rest of Europe and Africa. It's a very big deal, and you would expect a lot of investments from India to Egypt in the near future. Then there is a matter of closer security ties. Egypt is strongly against any kind of terrorism, and that is absolutely crucial. India and Egypt also work on strong defense ties. So as a result, you expect closer ties between Egypt and India in the near future.
Right. While we talk of closer ties between India and Egypt, it's also important to mention the personal touch. The Prime Minister has, of course, very closely been associated with the Egyptian President. He had also visited recently in January. And, you know, the Prime Minister has also consistently worked towards having these great ties with Egypt.
Oh, yes, undoubtedly. You see, this is more than just a trade relationship or even a relationship that is as important, a strategic relationship. You saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi going to the mosque. You saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting the Heliopolis cemetery. Now, you know that President Sisi was here in January. He's going to be back here in September. So it's a very clear sign that India and Egypt are getting closer. We know that Rajnath Singh was in Egypt recently. We know that S. Jaishankar was in Egypt recently. What does it all mean? It means that the two countries are getting closer and closer.
Absolutely. And